Title Update 5 has just finished and we got the confirmation that Amatsu is going to be added to Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak as part of the newest title update, which as it turns out is going to be released just tomorrow. All the hints were there, it's not like we were not expecting Amatsu to show up. However, by the looks of it, this Elder Dragon seems to have a lot of new surprises going into Sunbreak. It may even seem that the developers have added some moves that were only present in Monster Hunter Frontier, which is extremely exciting considering the fantastic job they did for monsters such as Espinas. The looming calamity Amatsu has set its gaze on Kamura Village, and from what we've seen in the trailer, it looks like there's going to be a storyline that involves Kagero, something about him having already died and trying to avenge himself. It probably isn't going to lead anywhere considering we the hunters are going to be the ones that have to deal with him, but I'm excited to see what the developers are cooking. They mentioned that Amatsu has once destroyed an entire city and it is considered a god of destruction, so I am very much looking forward to being able to hunt him and seeing what sort of armor skills we're going to be getting from him. In past games, his armor set always came with the skills Attack Up Large, High Evasion and Water Attack, Marathon Runner and Crit Boost, which now is called Burst. So we can probably expect a pretty offensive armor set, with maybe a mix of defensive skills, and seeing what the developers often do with Sunbreak, we are most likely going to be seeing skills that are exclusive to Amatsu. As for his weapons, in the past they have come with high base attack and a little bit of water element, blue to white sharpness and negative affinity. Considering how powerful all of the weapons are currently in Sunbreak, I imagine that all of those stats are going to be boosted all the way up to purple sharpness with high base attack, but most likely still low elemental values and a negative affinity. His weapon designs have always been a standout feature, so I do hope they retain it here in Sunbreak. But again, it's not like we have a long wait until we see them, since it's going to release just tomorrow. On the downside, we are going to be fighting Amatsu on the same old map that we have had since Base Rise, but I think it would be too much to expect if we were to get a brand new map just to hunt Amatsu. And if we're being honest, not only does this area fit it perfectly, but the entire Monster Hunter Rise setting is just perfect for Amatsu. Now of course, Title Update 5 isn't all about Amatsu. We are going to be seeing an expanded endgame, which looks to be incredibly promising. But before we get into that, we are also getting a new Risen monster. This time around it's going to be Risen Shagaru Magala. And you're going to need to be at Master Rank 180 or above if you want to hunt him. We don't see too much of him in the trailer, but I think he looks stunning with those orange colors, and given how aggressive Shagaru Magala is in Sunbreak, I can't wait to see what they do with the Risen version. He's one of my favorite Elder Dragons of all time, and the developers did a fantastic job with Valstrax, so I hope they do the same job with him. As for the new endgame system, these are going to be special investigations, a new quest type which is going to be added just for experienced hunters. These special investigations are going to feature monsters with a variety of power-ups, such as increased strength or a wider breath attack. Think of them as the typical modifiers you would see on different kind of online games once you reach the endgame activities. These are going to be the toughest versions of all of these monsters, so much so that to unlock a special investigation you will need to complete an anomaly investigation first at level 300. That's right, anomaly level 300. We are going to need to grind this a lot. And just looking at the attacks that have shown up in the digital event, man, some of these monsters are going to be absolutely insane. And of course, to hunt those monsters you will need the very best mixed sets that you can craft, and because of that, you're going to need the best decorations you can gather. To help in that front, we are getting a brand new feature called Curious Melding, which will allow us to get even better melding results by using afflicted materials, which you should have plenty of if you're doing anomaly investigations. Of course, just as always, we're going to be getting some extra event quests, where we will be able to get brand new layered armor sets and new poses as well. The Blood Malice layered armor set looks absolutely stunning and incredible. It is supposed to be a mix of the Kimura and the Elgato layered armor sets, and I think they did a fantastic job with it. But the most hype out of all of these layered armor sets is of course the return of the buff body layered set. I absolutely loved rocking this set in Monster Hunter World, so it's great to see it returned here in Sunbreak. We're also going to be getting Lagombi ears. I don't think they are going to be paid cosmetics, but I'm not quite sure about that one. As always, we're going to be getting some more paid DLC. Among them will be more background music packs that you can purchase. Monster Hunter music is always excellent, so if you are a fan of it, I would say that it is a good purchase. We're also going to be getting a new layered armor set that looks very close to a mechanized Odogaron set. I think it looks incredible, so if you like it, you may be able to purchase it. And of course, we're also getting new stickers, new hunter voices, face paint and hairstyles to add to your hunter. We also got, at the very end of the digital event, a very cool teaser for what's going to be the very final update for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which apparently is going to be released on June 2023. So looks like I was correct in saying that Title Update 5 was not going to be the final update, which I'm very glad for that. And what we can see from the teaser is that we are most likely going to be hunting a variant monster of the flagship Elder Dragon of Sunbreak, Malzeno. The location of the teaser is the very same location where we saw Malzeno for the very first time. And from this small little image here, we can see by looking at the wings that it is very clearly Malzeno. This Elder Dragon has been done very well in Sunbreak. I think that it is one of the best flagships in the entire series. I remember hunting him a lot during the Sunbreak demo, just because it was such a difficult hunt, but at the same time such a rewarding fight. So I'm very excited to see what they do for the final update of Sunbreak. Sadly, it's going to be in June, which is in the middle of Final Fantasy XVI and Diablo 4, so it's going to be a busy month for sure. But I'm just so happy with all of the content that we have been receiving in Sunbreak. Which, by the way, if this is going to be the final update for Sunbreak, it also means that news about Monster Hunter 6 are going to be right around the corner, so I am also very excited for that. The future of Monster Hunter looks very bright, and I'm just happy to be here making content for you guys. Tomorrow I'm going to be making more videos about Title Update 5, considering that we're going to be seeing buffs and nerfs to all the different weapons, so be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, happy hunting!